Hey guys, welcome back to Automation eLearn. In this video, I'm going to share few rules, few conventions to write the better Git commit messages. So guys, so far I have discussed many topics in Git and GitHub where I performed lot of commits and given commit messages. But we have never focused on the commit message, the format of commit message that we are giving. So today I will explain few rules, few conventions which we all should follow to write the better commit messages. While writing commit messages in Git, it is important to follow the conventions that is easy to understand and help others to quickly identify what the changes in the commit are about. If we will not give a good commit message, then even for you also and for others, it would be very difficult to understand what was the changes done as a part of this particular commit. So it become very important to write good message while performing commit. So let's understand the rules one by one. I will share total 6 rules in this video. So let's start with the first one, which is very simple. We have to keep our commit message very short and crisp. For example, let's check status over here. And perform commit. So here what we can do is we are adding a new file here m1.txt. Okay, so there must be some reason why I'm adding m1.txt and what this m1.txt is all about. What was the requirement? So there are a lot of things that is associated with the new file that I'm adding here. So what should be the commit message that we should give? So the one way is like we can say adding a new file m1.txt, so that, and we can specify the reason, or we can just mention adding a new file, or we can just say this file contains so and so logic, or so and so was the reason I'm adding this file. So there are a lot of variations. So we need to think of the message which is short and which is crisp. So we have to aim to keep your commit message to 50 characters or less, which will make it easier to read the commit messages in the Git log or other tool. And by reading that message, everyone should be getting idea what this commit is all about. And further, to take a deeper look, they can go through this commit and explore what was the actual changes. But commit message is the gate. If someone is looking for any particular commit, then commit message is the first thing that they will go through. So it should be short and it should represent the changes that was done in the commit. So the length of this message should be less than 50 characters. It should not go beyond 50 characters. So standard practice is to have it max as a 50 characters, and within that limit we have to specify the message. It will give a clear message what this commit is all about. So this is the first rule: commit message should be short and crisp. The second convention that I am going to talk about is imperative mood. So while writing the commit message, we should write a commit message in an imperative mode. For example, here I am adding one file m1.txt. So I can easily give like added m1 file, right? But this is not the right way. When we talk about imperative mode, it should be add m1 file. It means your message should be in the present tense, not in something that we did. So add m1 file is the message which is as per the imperative mode. So never mention like added or completed or fixed, something like this. It should always be in the imperative mode. For example, if you want to give a commit message like you fix something, so instead of typing fixed login issue, you should give fix login issue. So this would be as per the convention. Next convention is like providing a detail in the body. Commit message has limited characters, right? We should not go beyond 50 characters. So we cannot explain much here in commit message. So what we can do is we can have a more detail in the body. So what body means is, if you go to github.com and let's say I want to add one file, just give a name and commit messages, and this is the box to give the commit message, which is ideally should be less than 50 characters. And here is the body that I am talking about. Here you can write all the details that you want to mention as a part of this commit. So all the details that you think would be relevant as per the commit, as per the changes in this commit, you can mention it over here. Same thing also we can do from the git console as well. We need to use git commit with some other flag. Next convention is, while giving a commit message, so there must be some ticket, right, against which you are working. You added this file m1.txt and you are committing it. So for example, that ticket ID is, let's say, abc123. This is your ticket ID, let's say in Jira. Okay, so it is a good practice to mention the ticket ID in the commit message. So you can follow any pattern. Let's say my ticket ID is abc-123. So in the square bracket I can mention my ticket number, and then I'm giving here the commit message. With this approach, whenever someone is referring your commit message, they will also come to know what was the ticket. So if they want to understand this change in detail, they can straightforward refer this ticket to understand what was the reason and what was supposed to be done as a part of this commit. So it's very good practice to mention the ticket ID in the commit message. The last point that I want to share is there are few conventional commit messages. Let me show you. So if you refer this documentation on GitHub, then there are few conventional ways to write the commit message. For example, if you are committing something which is a new feature, you worked on new feature and now you are performing commit, then use keyword as a feat, ticket ID and then feat colon and then commit message. This you can mention without ticket ID, but this is the convention that I follow and I would recommend. So ticket ID and then feat is the keyword that we have to use first, so that anyone can understand this commit was about a new feature, and then here you can give a message. Similarly, we have few more. Fix, if you are fixing some bug, then you can use fix keyword. Perf, which is nothing but a performance. If there are any commit which is related to performance, then perf. If you are just changing the styling part like CSS font or anything sh, then you can mention style. Similarly, we have test, docs, builds and etc. So these are the few keywords which we should use in the commit message. But all these are depend on your project structure and project setup, how the Git workflow is set up for your project. Apart from these conventions, you can also decide some other rules as per your project need, and make sure that all these rules are documented somewhere and all the members of the teams are following this. Using a consistent style is very important. So whatever rules you are defining, all the team members should be using the same format across the project. This make it easier to read and understand the commit history. Moreover, you can also enforce all these rules in your Git workflow, so that if anyone is bypassing any of these rules, then they would not be able to move ahead and they will not be able to merge the changes, for example. So if someone will bypass, at some point of time they will get stuck and they have to correct the mistake to follow the rule, and then only they will be able to move ahead. So we can enforce all these things in your Git workflow for your project. In my upcoming videos, I'll talk about how we can enforce this in the Git workflow. So please subscribe to this channel to get the alert when I release new videos over here. Thank you for running this one. Thank you.